You're listening to the AZREIA Show. If you're looking for quality real estate investing information that you can trust, you've found it. Stay tuned and join the tens of thousands of members that have already benefited from AZREIA, your home for education, market information, support, and networking opportunities that will advance your real estate investing career.
Hello, great state of Arizona and our AZREIA family. We are once again hosting the AZREIA Show. I have Mike Del Preet, who is our executive director.
Hello, hello.
And we have the team of
Molly, Michaela, Dom.
So we have 4 M's.
Mike.
Yep.
I guess talk like this like that.
4 M's and 1 B. Mike, Marcus, Molly, Michaela, and Dom. So what we want to do today, guys, we just want to give you all a recap of our 2022. So congratulations, guys, on all of the work for 2022. We're just going to recap everything that we have done, and we're going to pop a bottle of champagne with you guys to start the new year out right also. So with that being said, let's kind of go around real quick and just do a brief little introduction of everybody, kind of what you do, not per se your roles, but just kind of what you do. So we'll start with Dom.
Hello. So I manage the finances here, help with member services, just do whatever needs to be done. That's what we all do.
Okay.
I am the person you see in the evenings at the front desk. I will check you in. I will make sure that your membership is updated, and I'll make sure that you signed up for the next class. That's me.
And that is Michaela, and she handles like the subgroups. And then we have
etc. Basically everything else. I'm helping, making sure that we've got all of the events up on the calendar. You're hearing about them. Any questions you have, I'm usually the one digging around trying to find the answer, pointing everyone in the right direction of who they need to talk to or what group they need to go to. Just a lot of behind the scenes puppeteering.
okay.
And let's not forget about Rosa. Shout out to Rosa virtually. She's not here in person, but if you call into AZREIA, you'll be talking to Rosa, right? She answers all the calls.
All right. And then we have myself. I host a podcast and help out wherever's needed. I help with marketing and those kind of services. So, and I'm Marcus Maloney.
Well, thank you, everybody. I'm Mike Del Preet, executive director, as we know. So I can't do this by myself. So what do we do? 200 events this year?
Something like
Went from
that.
100 to 200 events. We got like a laundry list of stuff that we've accomplished. So everyone watching, listening, it's all of us here at this table, right? And then there's, members help out. We had volunteers this year.
Yeah.
Like I said, Rosa, we actually need more people. We're growing fast. And so thank you to everyone, here at the table. I really appreciate it. So
Thank you, Mike. And the good thing about volunteers, guys, is if you want to volunteer, just reach out to us, because not only are you volunteering and you're helping the AZREIA community, but you learn so much by just a simulation, just by being in the atmosphere, being around other investors. You learn about multifamilies, you learn about wholesaling, you learn about fixing and flipping just by being in that atmosphere. I know when a lot of people get started as real estate investors, they say, well, where do I go to really learn all of this information? How do I find a mentor? Stuff like that. Well, AZREIA, you can come. We're all loving people, right?
Yeah.
So we're definitely here to help. So let's kick off some of the things that we've accomplished this year.
well, what do you want to start with? Anyone want to?
First of all, 20 years.
20 years?
That's a huge accomplishment. 20 years of service to the community of AZREIA. And not just AZREIA, but the state of Arizona and really all of the Western Seaboard, because quite a few people from California, Washington, stuff like that. So 20 years. Anybody want to speak on that?
So 20 years, Alan Langston founded AZREIA, right? There's no REIAs in the state of Arizona. So like you said, we have members all over the country that invest here in Arizona. So we have out of state investors, foreign investors, and they're all part of the community too. So they understand what's going on here. So yeah, 20 years is long. There's not another organization that has been representing investors for this long consistently. So that's a huge achievement. Shout out to Alan Langston and Marine for holding it down for the whole time, you know,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
and they're still here behind the scenes, you know, guiding us and giving us, sharing their wisdom. So, yeah, anything else? Molly, you were around for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, so I have.
Might as well just pull that.
That's exactly what I
So you guys are listening. We were gonna pop some champagne, but I guess it wanted to do it earlier than we expected. So
Yeah.
popping champagne on 20-year anniversary.
That was perfect.
Molly, now that you're hard.
Molly, what were you saying?
No pressure. So yeah, I've actually, speaking of volunteering, I had been volunteering at the AZREIA anniversary meetings since I was 14. And so it's been closer to like 10 years now that I've been in the AZREIA sphere. But I had the pleasure of working with Alan and Maureen for, I think, about 3 years before Mike took over. And they're both, great, intelligent people. Their purpose and goal was to serve AZREIA and its members. And so, that's why when Mike and Dominique came in, they didn't want to change that at all. And they've really kind of honored that legacy that they left. And so first 20 years, Alan and Maureen, here's to the next 20 years.
Cheers to Alan and Maureen. Cheers.
All right, 3 years. All right, what else you got going on?
I want
Wow.
to say about the 20th year was exciting to see Alan actually show up.
Yeah.
Everybody was so happy at the end of the event. He was walking around shaking hands. Everybody was like, "Hey, Alan, good to see you." And to me, I felt like he was like, "This is my baby, and now it's grown up, so he can let it walk." Because that's, I think, the hardest part about having a business is letting it grow. And he allowed it to grow. So I thought that was exciting to see.
Yep, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And he still, everyone out there, older members, he still comes by to the meetings, so.
Yeah.
Just come on
Yep.
through. Second Monday of the month.
And like what Molly said, Dom and Mike, they really keep that heart of serving the members. You're not customers, you're not clients, you're members, your family. And we just want to make sure that our family continue to grow as real estate investors, not only here in Arizona, but across the country. Because thanks to Alan and Maureen, this is the largest REIA in the country. So largest REIA in the country, 20 years in business, and we got 20 more plus to
Yep.
go.
Easy. All right, let's keep it going.
So one of the things that we did during the 20th year anniversary was we always wanted to help another nonprofit organization. So we helped Maggie's Place. So Dom, you want to kind of speak on that?
Sure. Maggie's Place provides safe housing for single women, pregnant single women. So they they got kicked out, they had an abusive relationship. So it fit with the housing, and we donate, our members donate over 4,000 diapers and $2,000 in cash. And yeah, I think we'll continue to also support Maggie's Place throughout the years. I used to cut hair, so I just told them I could go cut their mom's hairs when I went over there to meet with them. So they're always getting donations or volunteers at their thrift shop. That's their biggest demand. So if anybody does want to volunteer for them, they have asked for anybody that has interest in that.
That's
Cool.
good. I mean,
Great.
great service. And we're saying $2,000 and 4,000 diapers, but it was much more than that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was car seats, it was
Diaper bags.
diaper bags,
Um,
binkies,
yeah.
formula, socks.
Bottles, yeah,
Yeah,
Lotion, everything.
all lots of lotion.
yeah, all kind of stuff. And we wouldn't have been able to do that without the members. The members really contributed. You guys answered the call, you answered the bell when we said we wanted to do this. You guys really showed up and stepped out and really brought it home for us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So thank you, members, for, yes, all of the donations. So what else? I mean, we got so much more that we can talk about. We launched, new subgroups this year. Michaela, you want to kind of share on that topic?
Of course.
No cheating.
You should know this.
Well, it's exciting because we get new members, and we just started the women's group, which is tonight, Tuesday. And if you like to come, is for women investors. It's a great way for beginning women investors as well. It's a small, intimate setting, so people get together and they talk about, sometimes we talk about deals, but sometimes, a lot of times, we're talking about how to negotiate, how to talk to contractors, how to talk to mortgage lenders, because sometimes you might feel like you're coming up against different obstacles, but in a group where you can have your needs met, a lot of women share those ideas. We also have, really exciting for me, is the multifamily group led, actually, the women's group is led by Sherry, but tonight it's going to be Tracy, the flipping
Okay.
queen.
All right.
And we're going to have multifamily is led by Jose, which is really exciting. I was like, when I saw the multifamily group, there were some heavy hitters in there.
Oh, yeah.
I was shocked.
It was
by how-
intimidating.
Yes.
How knowledgeable and experienced they were. I
Not
was
just,
like,
yeah, exactly. Not just Jose, but the members in the room.
yeah, that's.
There, a lot of people in there had 20 units, 30
Yeah.
units, properties all over the country.
From out of, there was people from out of
Out of
state. that
state.
came to
I
that.
was sitting
I
there
was-
like,
yeah, I was
let me get some numbers.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
It was a great way. We
Yeah.
had lenders come out, we had investors come out, we had people who didn't know a lot about multifamily investing, but it was surprising how many people actually were knowledgeable. So
very knowledgeable.
for a group that's just starting, I think that's a great new avenue for
Mhm.
someone who's interested in large multifamily. And Jose is a great person to lead it. He's super funny too. So
Well, and real quick, one thing I do want to say is when you come out to these subgroups, don't be intimidated, because there's beginners all the way to seasoned investors. So you just find your way in that niche. So it's not like you have to say, all right, I got 20 units. I
Right.
can come to the multifamily
That's true.
event. No, if you don't have any units, you can come. I'm guilty. I need to be at that multifamily subgroup meeting, which I will be this month. But yeah, guys, come out. Again, it's a family approach. If you don't know, the only way you're going to find out is by being in the room.
well,
Yeah.
I think to take care of that new investor, that's how Jose starts the meeting. So he kind of takes it as a baseline of these are the vocabulary words you need to know. These are the terms you need to know. This is how you need to structure a deal. And then he goes into the deeper components. And of course, there's a networking component. So there was tons of networking
Yeah,
involved. People,
lots of
after they shared what they were doing, were exchanging cards. So it was a great room to be in to make something happen.
Yeah.
Great,
Awesome.
great.
And those are
great
the
room.
best people to learn from,
Yeah.
the people that have all that experience.
Definitely, definitely. So I was like,
Okay, what else? What else you got, Michaela?
oh, we had the Southeast group. Oh my gosh. So a lot of times I know a lot of people are
You say southeast, let's be clarify.
so for Bisbee,
Bisbee.
Bisbee, southeast
Bisbee.
Arizona.
Southeast Arizona. So in Bisbee, there's a new group led by Alicia. Awesome content,
Mhm.
awesome content. Personally to me, and I've said this to Mike, I've said this to Alicia, I've said this to everybody. Even if you're not in that market, log in. Just go online and log in. She's giving you some detailed information about the market. If you're trying to do market research or you're trying to figure out what's going on in the area, talk to Alicia. I mean, the stuff she's giving me, I was like, I didn't even know that. And she's talking about, art events. It's not just, these are the numbers. This is the culture. And so you have people who are online and in person at that event. So I really love what she's doing. And I'm just like learning, because there's also the education component. So she's trying to show you about the market in the area, as well as the education component of just real estate. So sometimes she brings in a marketing strategy, sometimes she brings in like tax lien strategy for that area. So she's bringing in that educational component. So even if you're not interested in the area, log in,
There
because
you
she
go.
has a lot of stuff
That's
to say.
this Saturday. 10
This
a.m.
Saturday at
Alright,
10, yep.
cool.
And
Yeah.
the next one, the Tucson Burley group. Now, we've always had the Tucson Burley group here that was hybrid, but now we have, not a Tucson, but a local group.
Yeah.
Now it's expanding to Tucson, which I think is really exciting. I wish it was hybrid, because I would like to see what was going on down there. I know they have a lot of strong John Burley members in that area, and I would love to talk to them, but
That would be Andy Keel is the host. So he did the Burley model and he has over 100 houses.
yeah.
So
Wow.
he's definitely
Very
well
quickly,
qualified,
too.
very
Yeah.
quick, within I think a year.
Yeah.
So,
a year.
he's the right guy to.
And
learn
he
from.
sometimes
So,
comes up here as well. He'll
yeah,
come up to
because
Phoenix.
For sure.
And the fun game I think a lot of people like is cash flow.
There you go. There you go.
I was talking about, what's the guy, Robert Kiyosaki. Everybody looks at Robert Kiyosaki. They're like, Robert. Well, if you want to play the game, come on the first Saturday of the month, because it's a great way to learn how to think like an investor. We've had teenagers come, we've had 70-year-olds come, we've had 60-year-olds come, we've had all ages come, and they learn how to invest. And this was a moment I thought was interesting. One of our members, he's been coming to everything, but for that meeting, he got up kind of late on Saturday. So he was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna go. But his girlfriend was like, you need to get up and go. And so they only played the last hour, but they were shocked by how much they learned in that last hour.
Mhm.
And it's so funny how right up until the end of the game, people were still making deals. And then all of a sudden those cards started flying and they were starting to get money, and everybody's like, oh, it was like, it's a surprise. It's a lot of aha moments. So I think if you're interested in becoming an investor and you don't know how to think like an investor, cash flow is a great place to start.
One thing is good for, because I used to go when Mike had it over here on Bethany Homes,
Mhm.
is it's good to really educate your kids on to think like an investor and to strategize. So it's one thing to sit down and talk to your kids about, hey, this is what ROI is this is what you should do with your money, this is what, but when they're actually playing the game, it brings a perspective of, hey, I'm having fun, but also I'm learning at the same time. So as you can see, we have something for everyone. So you definitely need to come out. If you're not a member, start with just being a guest. Come and fill us out. Come and see how we are. And I guarantee you will be a member after a while.
So AZREIA.org/calendar.
Yeah.
AZREIA.org/calendar. Check out all the events.
So we got 28th year, we got 4 or 5 new subgroups, 4 or 5 new subgroup. What else? We got a book.
Yep.
Molly, you want to pull that up? Patrick Allen, which is our subgroup leader for the Tucson beginners group. He house hacks. I think he has 2 or 3 triplexes where he does a mixture of long-term and short-term tenants. So he wrote a book on why house hacking is the great way to get started in investing. So Molly, I know you helped out with some editing. Patrick wrote it. Anything you want to share on that?
Yeah, I think that this is a.
Show it. You got to show it.
I did show it. Hold it. It's a great read for anyone, really, even if you've been investing for a long time. Patrick does a really good job of explaining, the why of house hacking. A lot of people focus on this is how you house hack, but they don't really explain, why it can be helpful in a very affordable way to invest. And it compares it to other kinds of investing and how it stacks up and how, compared to wholesaling, compared to BRRRR investing, things like that. And so it's a really good, easy to consume, just huge resource to any investor who just wants to learn a little bit more about it and why it's such a popular topic.
Yeah, Patrick's great. He also does our market update in Tucson. So if you're in Tucson the second Tuesday of the month, he'll tell you what's going on through the market analysis.
I'm going to say that's another one. If you just log in, log into what Patrick is talking about. I'm lucky because I get to sit there and listen. But he's explaining not just the market, but he's also explaining about real estate. So if you're just not, I was like, oh, I'm not interested in Tucson, but I want to know that content, log in.
Yeah.
Patrick has tons of content.
The market update is at the monthly meeting.
Yeah.
But his Tucson beginners group is a 7-month rotation
Yes.
where he goes through 7 different topics of becoming a new real estate investor.
Yeah.
6 or 7.
6 or 7. So every month it's a new topic and he rotates it all year. So it's online in person. So.
Yeah, online too.
So we talk about the single book, House Hacking, but it was a great accomplishment because this was the first book of many more to come.
Yes.
Because AZREIA is doing its own publishing. So you guys need to be aware that this is just one book. We have another book that's coming, and we're going to let Dominique talk about that book on mindset.
Yes, so Michael is the writer of that book, and ever since I've known Mike, he's been all about the mindset, and everybody he meets, he tells. Now you can read it in the book, so with his own personal experiences, because real estate investing and pretty much anything you do is about your mindset, like just waking up in the morning, it's about the mindset. So this book will take you through 30 days of 30 different items that you need to tackle to have a good mindset to become a real estate investor. And you can probably use it on other aspects of your life as well. But yeah, real scenarios of Michael that he faced in his real estate career.
Yeah.
So.
And you guys meet Mike, he has the Jedi mind tricks, so. Yeah, do this.
I think it's gonna be helpful because basically we just gathered up, and I'll give, and actually Al Williamson from
Oh, yeah.
Midterm Rentals, our national speaker that was here in November, he sparked the idea. We're driving down to
Yeah.
Tucson. And he's like, let's write a
Let's-
book.
yep,
And we
write
wrote
a
a book
book.
in the car.
I was gonna give them coloring books. And they ended up- But they were like eating at the place. They weren't eating, they were just writing. I'm like, okay.
Just our mentor would say, Jay Massey moved at the speed of instruction. So,
Yep.
you know, just the house hacking book from thought to print, it was like 2 months, but we all put our efforts together and got it out. And it's on Amazon, by the way. Just we gotta get that link in the show
Yep.
notes.
We'll make sure the link is in the show notes.
And then, yeah, same thing for the mindset book, you know, maybe 2 months on it, you know, we're just wrapping it up now, and then it'll be ready probably within the 30
Yeah,
days.
it's really good too. Everybody should read it.
And we got a third one, Molly. Molly's working on this one.
Yeah, the ultimate guide to investing in Arizona.
Yep.
We're really gonna break down, it's, you know, a nice coffee table education book, I guess you could kind of call it. It'll have, you know, different areas, different regions within Arizona. We're working with, you know, Patrick, who does the market update in Tucson, and Alan Woodruff, who does the market update in Prescott, Alicia in Bisbee, to kind of gather the market information to talk about, you know, the demographics of that area, what investors should be looking for in that area, things like that. Just so, you know, if you have been investing in your own backyard, but you want to branch out just a little bit without taking the plunge of going across state lines or even across international lines, you can kind of open up this book and say, well, maybe Bisbee is where I should kind of start and dip my toes in the water a little bit, kind of expand. Or even if you're not investing at all yet, it can kind of help you narrow your focus on what kind of market would serve you the best.
So a lot of excellent things. So we have the books. And Mike spoke about Al Williamson, our national speaker, but we had quite a few national speakers in town this year because we want to make sure we serve you guys with the education and the information that you need. Because although we can get it all from here in Arizona, we like to bring in different perspectives as well. So we had Al Williamson.
Yep, Midterm Rentals. We had, I don't even have the list. Jack Bosch.
Jack Bosch, land flipping, Anthony Chara,
Multifamily.
Maria Giordano.
You guys got the list.
Okay, so we had Maria Giordano. We also had,
Let's say what she does. She's very creative.
go ahead, speak on it.
She's creative.
She's
Well,
creative.
And the marketing.
Sub two
negotiations.
negotiations. Yeah, she's great.
Okay, we had Steve Trey, sales, big in with sales mastery. And then we had former Mayor Greg Stanton,
Congressman. Yeah.
Congressman now.
Right, I remember, yeah.
He came in and gave us some perspective on, you know, things that's happening in DC that Arizona needs to be aware of. So that was great. And John Burley also, who does the Burley model, was here as well. So we had quite a few national speakers. Trust me, we can bring in more, but it's only so much that you all can handle. So we want to keep it feasible, bite-sized portions for you all to handle. So one of the things that I am very proud of is our award, our innovative award for podcast innovation
Nice.
that we received from the National RIA. So we received this award based on just innovation. No one else in the RIA community had a podcast, and me and Mike was one of the ones that, no, you know what? It was Denver, right?
There's a few podcasts.
Okay. So, but we got the award. So not to slight any other RIA, but we did win the award, and we're going to hold this award. So if you guys are coming for us, trust me, we're stepping our game up to another level. So yeah, so great on that. But also with that, I think the champagne is starting to kick in a little bit over it. But also, you know what? The website, we updated the website and we added forums, we added a referral system. Molly, Mike, you guys want to touch on some of the other innovations we did here with technology?
Well, with the forums, that was kind of a big one, and we've already seen a lot of kickoff on those. Our members are really starting to use that more for networking and things. There's already been a few deals done on the property postings forum. I know that was a big thing. The property postings used to get mailed out with our newsletter every month, but then we moved the newsletter to digital and a lot of things changed. And so we're bringing those property postings back through the forums. Haves and wants are in the forums. So even if you miss the meeting, you can see them on there. You can participate. Those have been really helpful for a lot of people to get their answers right away, as opposed to waiting for the next monthly meeting kind of thing. So those are great. The referral program is, in your account, you can create a little link and refer as many people as you want. If you refer five, 6 people, your entire membership for the year is paid for. So
$20 per referral,
Yeah.
right?
$20
Or credit.
or credit. Yeah.
So you renew your membership, you can apply it towards classes, merchandise, whatever books, whatever we have.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so that's a great thing. Another thing that we actually rolled out this year, we had started last year and rolled out, January 1st of 2022 was the membership learning hub, which has also been really helpful for a lot of our members because, after 20 years of being in the business, there's so much that AZREIA has to offer that it's hard to just put it all out for you right away. And so that learning hub is there to help you kind of consume the different parts of your membership as you need it. So there's a lot less calls for a lot of the questions we used to get. If you have a question, it's probably answered there. And so, that's with the new website, that's been a lot of stuff. We have the online learning center where we're posting all of our education that we have recorded. So that's there as well.
yeah, so bear with us, be patient, jump on the online forums. Takes time for everyone to get used to going on there. So appreciate everyone jumping on there, ask questions, answer someone else's question, buy properties on there, sell your properties on there. So let's grow it.
Yeah, so basically the forums, is a community for the community.
Yep.
So you just have to get in there, ask questions, someone will respond, and trust me, you'll enjoy it. So Mike, man, we do a lot with Home Depot. We give a lot back to our members. You want to share in on that? Because I know a lot of people know about the Home Depot rewards, but it's just really letting them know some of the benefits that the Home Depot rewards presents them.
Yep, and I know Molly, you know a lot about this. So if I don't cover something, so first off, you get 20% off all your liquids. Well, first, okay, thanks to National RIA, right? We have an opportunity to have the largest joint venture discount program with Home Depot in the country. So as an AZREIA member, you get benefits and discounts. So you'll get 20% off all your liquids. There's cabinets and appliance discounts. And the kicker here also is a 2% cash back twice a year if you spend over $5,000, right? So if you're a painter, general contractor, landlord, flipper, whatever it is, you need to have your pro account set up with us. What your AZREIA code is, right? Is that right? And we, in the learning hub, we show you how to do that.
Yeah, there's a whole video.
So on average, we give back, our members get back about $1 million every year from the cashback rewards, from Home Depot to AZREIA members. So definitely take advantage of that.
Okay, so if you want more information about the Home Depot rewards, just go to the membership hub.
Yep.
And all of that information is definitely there. Also, we started the Deal Finders Club this year, first year. We had 30 members in the Deal Finders Club. And basically what it is
Marcus,
yes, Mike.
tell us about the Deal Finders Club.
Okay.
What that is. All right, give you a chance there.
All right. Thank you, host, for asking me the question. So the Deal Finders Club is a club and a platform for newer investors and seasoned investors to learn how to find off-market deals. So everyone talks about, how do we find deals in this market? Well, me and Mike, we walk you through exactly how to find deals. We have over 30 lessons, 8 modules where you can go in and you can learn from zip code all the way down to talking with sellers on how to get these off-market deals. And we meet weekly for 8 weeks on Zoom and one in person, and we hold your hand and show you exactly how to do it. If you need help talking with the seller on the phone, we got you. If you need help writing the contract, we got you. If you need help with your marketing, guess what? We got you. So,
So Michaela is in the group.
yep,
Yeah,
Michaela.
actually, before I started working here, I joined DFC, and you guys were on the phone with me quite a bit because I would get a lead and then I wouldn't know how to finish it. So I had a couple of contracts where, you know, people, sometimes they want to hold to their price, and I really didn't know how to negotiate that person down
Mhm.
to a lower, more actually reasonable price.
Right.
So you would hop on a call with me. I think we were on like 3 or 4 calls, and they would be long calls, you know, it wasn't like 20 minutes. It was like, we're going back and forth, following up with the seller. And then after I got off the call, Mike, you would go and debrief the call with me and say, okay, if he says this, we're going to say this. If he does this, he's going to do that. So that was extremely helpful. And then I went to this lady's house, because you guys are like, you're going to go all the way to our house? Yes, I'm going to this lady's house. And Marcus was on the phone with me. Okay, now when you get in the house, like, okay, now tell her this. I'm like, okay, hold on one second. He said, so it was really helpful to have like people, you know, you can join these programs online and they're not there. They put you in a Zoom room, and then after they sit, you don't even know who they are anymore. But working with you guys, that's the reason why I joined, because I was like, wow, I've seen so many different programs, but I know Mike and I know Marcus and I know you guys can help me out. And so it was really good, great community of people. And I like the modules. And you know, you got to do your homework, y'all. You got to, you know, open up the modules and do the work.
Yep, yep.
You can see it.
Yeah,
See it
yeah.
now.
You can see who's not working.
But it was like after I think I didn't do a module, and then I asked a question, and then I did the module. I was like,
So how many deals you closed last month?
with this one, 3. But we did as dispositions. Yeah,
Yep, yep.
yeah, but
Got 3 more coming this
yeah,
month, so.
but yeah, so
And
and
sticking around. Moving up and up and up. She's
Yeah,
gonna get
it's-
tired soon.
it's-
Yeah.
I know, I talk about it all
but
the
yes,
time.
that's the benefit. Also, the people in the group, you know, people
Yeah, that's
encourage each other. That's why we started doing it. I know you're gonna have it. I don't know if to talk about, but call it out.
Yep.
But
Yes.
it's like, it's encouraging to be around other people who are trying to change their life, because I think if you have one path and then you don't know how to switch to the next one, sometimes you need a little bit of hand holding. So.
Yep.
I
So if
like
you're
that.
interested in the DFC, just go to azdfc.com. You'll see my beautiful face and Mike's beautiful face telling you guys what you can do and what you need to do in order to be successful. So Michaela is living proof. We have other students that close deals in the DFC. And one of the things that I like is Michaela, she was so assertive, so aggressive. She was like, well, if we got to make all of these phone calls and we got to talk to people, we need to all do it together. So she created the call-a-thon. So you want to talk to us about the call-a-thon?
Call-a-thon. Well, it's because when you're at home and your call-a-thon is like, just like when you watch Jerry Lewis and a long time ago and everybody's on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, I'm at home and I'm sitting there and I'm trying to call, I'm like, you know.
Anxiety,
And
blood pressure going up.
hello. And then sometimes you get somebody on the phone and you don't know what to do next. And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna write it down. Can I get back with you? Well, one thing about call-a-thon is that Mike and Paul will be there, and then they will, if you can get somebody on the phone, they can help you while you're talking to the person. So we had somebody one week, they came in and they got somebody on the call, but she had never made any calls. It was her first night making calls. And we were able to like get enough information, run comps, do all of that stuff while she was on the phone building rapport with the seller. So one thing I like about it is that what we do is we get together and first we have a role play. So we role play for about 15 minutes because it's 3 people in each group. You role play, we have the seller, we have the buyer, and we have and then those people will switch roles, and then you can follow the script. And it's funny because some people be like, oh, I can get on the phone out. And then as soon as you do the role play, we might ask you, how did you get your number? And then they just fall apart.
Mhm.
Like after one question. So it's a good role play. It's a good way to practice and learn.
Yeah.
And then we hop on the calls. Mike gives us a list of numbers. We just start calling. And then at the end of the night, we try and ask, how many did you call? How did you feel about the calls? And it's helpful.
So it's definitely strength and confidence in numbers. So instead of trying to handle this by yourself, come on, be a part of a team and work together. That way you can get that confidence, build up that confidence, and start closing deals like Michaela. All right.
They suppose more.
And guess what? All of this wouldn't be possible. Trust me, it wouldn't be possible without Mike's leadership, 1 year as executive director. So kudos to Mike. Woo-hoo!
Like I said, I can't do it without you guys.
So, yeah, and you know what, Mike, you're absolutely right. You couldn't do it without us, but
Yeah, yep.
you're the visionary. You put a lot of,
I think it's like, in anything you do, it's vision, right? It's
Yep.
energy, so.
yeah, and that's what I was alluding to. It's your vision that say, hey, you know what, we need to write books, we need to do this, we need to bring these people in, because it's for the benefit of the members. So under your leadership, and the founder, Alan Langston, still helping you and pouring into you
Mhm.
to where we are now. So let's continue. And with that being said, now we're rolling into 2023.
Yes.
Real quick, I'm gonna go get Paul real quick.
Okay, okay. Paul. So 2023, we have some exciting things that's going to be coming up. We're just going to kind of roll out what the first quarter looks like for you guys. Again, we don't want to give you everything all at once, but we just want to give you the first quarter of what AZREIA is doing. So with that being said, we're going to take a brief break. We'll hear a word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll bring Paul in.
Are your real estate dreams on hold? With work, kids, everything else going on, time is limited. Most days you feel like the world's on your shoulders. You might even say to yourself, if I just had someone to lean on and push me in the right direction, I know things would happen quicker. Well, then you need to check out the Deal Finders Club, a community of investors eager to close more deals, sign more contracts, and just get ahead in life. The DFC provides weekly coaching, thriving online community, and all the education you need to be confident. DFC is your fastest path to closing more deals. To learn more, head over to azdfc.com. That's azdfc.com.
Paul is definitely helping out AZREIA. Okay, the boss said, let's keep going. We're going to keep going. So we have Paul walking in the room. Yo, Paulie, how's it going?
That's how you can find them on Instagram and
Yep.
TikTok.
Yep.
Paulie.
So Paul is dropping in because he works here at the AZREIA office, but he runs a wholesale company. So Paul's a member. He's been a member, 4 or 5 years?
Yep.
So Paul just was eager to get going, just like Michaela and a lot of other members. So every meeting someone comes up to me, hey, how do I get started? Can you help me out? So, and I always give some type of opportunity to show that you're interested, right? So you give something to Paul, he just kept doing it. Usually people disappear. So then, every time I gave him something to do, he'd bring it back. And then when someone's doing something just by the questions they ask, if they're moving forward or they're hitting roadblocks or whatever it is, or finding success. So he's one of those people that just kept going. And we closed a few deals together, right?
Yeah.
While you're working full time.
Yep.
Right. So just kind of like speed it up. He was just doing, you had your phases, right? Working, closing a couple deals, disappear a little bit, come back, close a couple deals, right? So, but then it came to a point where you're like, I need to take this seriously, right? So what did you do this year, man? Tell us like who you are and.
Yep.
I
So
kinda
you're
throw-
always gonna have phases in your life, right?
Yeah.
You're always gonna come to roadblocks, maybe obstacles that you got to get over as an investor. The important thing is always keep your vision in front of you. That way you can keep moving forward, right? So just connecting with everyone, having everyone here on the team has really helped me do that. Accountability, right? But as far as what we've been doing, just like you said, closing more deals, right? Take that next step of, hey, what does the business look like, right? We're creating that business, creating that structure with everyone, and just really building the team.
What did you do this year though? In order for you to be here all day?
Yeah, right. That's taking accountability on myself, making sure that I'm here, quitting my job.
There you go. He burned the boats, right?
Yep, burn the bridge, burn the bridge behind me and not looking back. So we're just looking forward. So
You're still here, maybe 6-7 months after you quit your job?
Yeah.
Right? You're
it's
still
actually
here?
coming up on it'll be a year. In March. Yeah.
There you go, man. So no looking back, didn't quit, didn't give up, kept moving forward. So if you see Paul at the meetings, he's here to help. He helps out with the call-a-thon, helps out with the Deal Finders Club. So if you have a question about real estate, you have a deal you want him to look at, just
stop me and I'll answer
stop
any
him.
question you
Say,
got.
yo, Paulie.
Yeah.
So
Thanks.
thank you, man. Thanks for stopping in.
So remember, _Paulie. reach out to Paul,
Instagram, TikTok.
Instagram and TikTok.
Following everyone.
Paul is a really, really great dude. Like Mike said, in order for you to be successful, sometimes you have to sacrifice things and you have to go beyond what other people see for yourself. Sometimes people say, okay, well, Paul, he's just a mechanic, or, you know, Molly, she's just an administrative assistant or something like that. No, I'm just using it as an example, but there's so much more in each one of us, you know, and it takes a team in order to pull those other avenues out of each other. So again, we're here, AZREIA. You want to be a part of the team, come, show up, be a part of the members, subgroups and things like that. And guess what? Again, we don't bite. We like to help.
Open door policy, man. Members come by, they sign deals here. Mobile notaries are here. They just swing by.
Even the criminals pop in.
Criminals see down the street, swing by. We take care of them. They still come in and try to get them on the right path. So
So 2023, man.
2023, what do we got? So to kind of just go over it really quick. So we're just gonna talk about the first quarter.
Yep.
So we are another hour, right? So first and foremost, event wise, we got January, so wholesale month. So right now, what do we got? Tomorrow on the Lunch and Learn, Wednesday, the 4th, 12 o'clock. Marcus and I are talking about wholesaling. We're bringing Michaela in to talk about dispositions and finding the right buyer. So hop on the Lunch and Learn tomorrow afternoon. Saturday, we're doing 2 p.m. Instagram Live, probably on YouTube and Facebook as well. I'll probably bring Paul in on that one, talk about working with home motivated sellers. And then Monday is our monthly meeting at Venue 8600. So that's our big meeting. The last time we had a panel, we had over 250 people there. So make sure to pre-register this upcoming Monday, January 9th, to see the wholesale panel of experts, which is, as we all know, from the Real Estate Disruptors, Steve Trang, a young gentleman named Jacob Blank. You may have heard of him. He started when he was 18 wholesaling, very successful. We're bringing Ramon Martinez from the Wholesale Sharks, great at dispositions and running his wholesale company. And, you know, the world famous Sean Terry from Flip to Freedom. He's coming in. We're going to have a huge amount of knowledge. And I don't want to forget, Sean's coming as well. Also, thanks to Brandon Simmons, who is also going to be bolting on to the Deal Finders Club and our wholesale class coming up. So he's expert at subject twos, owner carries, lease options, anything super creative. Brandon Simmons is the man, right? I think that's how he goes by,
Brandon the man.
So shout out to Brandon. So he's 100% a part of all this. We thank him for everything he does with us. So that's this month, right?
Yep.
We're going to do the panel January 9th. We're going to go to Tucson. Marcus and I are going to do a wholesale presentation on the 10th. And then we got comping, making offers, wholesale offers on
The drill down
on Wednesday. And then January 14th and 15th, we're going to do our wholesale class. Marcus and I and Brandon just teaching us how to wholesale build a wholesale company. It's gonna be the 30,000 foot view looking down, just so you know all the components of a wholesale company, so you can start your own.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
No, and on the 14th and 15th, I mean, just be ready, have your pen, paper, notepads, or whatever, because we really dig into it. Mike has been doing wholesaling for over a dozen years. I've been doing it for over a decade. Brandon is been doing it for years. So you're getting over 30 years of experience, in that weekend. So we'll be covering quite a bit. And then we have February.
Yep, Fix and Flip February. So we're partnering up with Home Depot, right? So they're going to sponsor the event. So we're going to have a lot of giveaways. I think we're going to do how many are we doing giveaway baskets? Did we talk about that?
We would like.
All right, just
to.
making that up right now. So we like, all right, we're going to do it. Let's get it
If
going.
anybody wants to sponsor that.
Yeah, we do have, so we're gonna give away, Home Depot's bringing a bunch of swag and stuff to give away. They're gonna come in, they're gonna be there to make sure your Home Depot account is set up properly. They're gonna, take a few minutes on stage and let everybody know about what they offer. So we'll do giveaways that night, but most importantly, we're doing the education piece of February is fixing and flipping. All right, Tracy Royce is going to be doing the education piece of the event, and then Home Depot and anything else we're missing for Fix and Flip February. Oh,
Bus tour.
yes,
Yes.
bus tour.
Yeah, bus tour.
So yes, February 18th, Saturday, all day event, 9 to 5. First half of the day, we're going to see about 3 to 5, fix and flip properties. Tracy's going to walk you through them. You talk about repair estimates and so on, values, what they could sell for, staging, you name it. So that's the 18th. People are already signing up.
And Bob is joining as well.
Bob Gomez, our Fix and Flip subgroup leader, as well as Tracy, his co-host at the Fix and Flip subgroup, another subgroup to check out. They're both going to be helping us out in the bus tour. So last summer, I mean, like 2 weeks notice, we had like 35, 40 people sign up. So we're shooting for 2 or 3 buses this year. So we already have people signing up for February 18th. Hop on our calendar, make sure you get your seat. So that's February.
Yep, March.
In March, we have legendary Mr. John Burley. So John Burley is a master at raising money, doing lease options, and just building wealth through rental properties. So he's been actually educating here at AZREIA for over 15 years. And he's the only educator that we bring back multiple times a year due to his high success rate. Our members go through his course and they succeed. Obviously, you got to do the work, but he motivates you. He keeps you on track. His information is great. So March, John Burley will be doing the education piece in March. So that's our first 3 months.
One more thing in
What
those
am I
first
missing?
3 months.
Oh my God, yes.
Is our wealth fortification with unbridled wealth.
Mhm.
Got it.
Kind of.
Infinite banking systems, be your own bank through life insurance, right? You probably hear a lot about that.
Mhm.
So Unbridled Wealth is flying in from Denver to
Wow.
give us a presentation. They'll be in Tucson, February 3rd. Am I right?
Yes,
And,
yes.
and be here at the headquarters in Phoenix. We got a new office this year too.
Yeah.
Forget about that. New training center. Yep. So 16th Street in Highland. So come check us out. So yes, so Unbridled Wealth will be here Tucson the 3rd, February 3rd, and then February 4th here at the Phoenix office.
And that's teaching the infinite banking concept of how you can be your own bank and fund your own, or even be a lender for others' investment deals, as opposed to going to the bank and getting a loan from them. And so I think it was 4% interest back guaranteed every year. So it's a really good and interesting concept. And so it's a cheap class. I definitely recommend coming and checking it out just to even learn.
Got it.
So as you see, there's a lot going on here. We took this time just to kind of recap and let you know what we did last year and the start of the first quarter of 2023. So if you're not a member, go to azrea.org/join, azrea.org/join. Thank you, Molly. And become a member. There's 3 membership types, right?
4, really.
3.5.
Okay, so you can go to the website, you'll see the different membership types, and we would love to see you around AZREIA. We would love to see you become a member. And if you're not yet a member, again, we thank you for being guests.
And so let's talk about really quick before we wrap up why you should become a member. Not only because of the education, the discounts, the benefits that every business associate, actually go to the business associate page, and we have what, locally 20,
I think
25,
it's more than that.
nationally 40, 50,
Yeah.
and everyone provides a service to real estate investors and gives a discount or a benefit. So it outweighs your $125,
Yeah.
$249 to become a member. But so that's just a given. That's just the network in itself, the people, the community, the friendships that you get, the deals that you get, the money that you raise, all that stuff is a part of it.
Yeah.
So just kind of like speak it into existence, thinking about the future. We have some big ideas as a team. So a couple of things that we've talked about is, let's go a little bit more deeper into like why. So in the last article, the executive director article, I said, I don't know how we're going to do this, right?
Yep.
But I know why and what we want to do. So 1, financial literacy, right?
Mhm.
So what is it? Forbes magazine says 60, 70% of people don't have $400 in their bank account
Savings,
for an emergency. So how can we here at AZREIA help our friends and family in the community understand how to get $400 through financial education here at AZREIA? So if we can help someone get 1 rental property, flip 1 wholesale deal a year at the bare minimum, just give them the basic knowledge to understand and when they make that money, how to keep it, right, and not blow it. So I want to definitely make sure we all can help people out with financial literacy. 2, one of the reasons we brought the women's group in, right? We want more women doing deals, right? This used to be an old man sport, right? So now it's not like that anymore. Everyone's in the game. Everyone deserves the same opportunity. So we put the women's group together just as a start, right? So what I'm saying here is we need the resources, right? So another part was income inequality, right? So that's a huge thing where People just didn't have the right to buy houses for 30, 40 years.
Mhm.
Think about that. If you didn't have the access to buy a house for 30, 40 years, why one group of people can, they could get equity in houses over passing houses down to family. That equity in those houses get people braces, they get people college, they get people all these opportunities that some can't. So
Mhm.
how do we close that gap? And I think we are going to help do that. I don't have the answer, right? So between those items, I want to get to 10,000 members, right? So just under 2,000. So let's keep it going. Like I said, I don't know how we're going to do it, but now you know what and why we're doing it. And maybe you can throw in your ideas, your resources, and we're here, give us a call or stop in.
All right, guys.
Cool.
I think we have
anyone drop in and want to say something? You guys down? You gonna do this
yeah,
or what?
Yeah, I mean, we have members who have, we have hundreds of members who have been with us the full 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
AZREIA is here for your entire investing career. So the sooner you get in, the better off you're going to be.
Well, the language pattern is sooner you start, the sooner you be successful.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're here for it. We'll do it.
Let's do it.
So guys, that's our year in review in our first quarter. Thank you, team. We really appreciate you. We appreciate everything that you do. And thank you, members, for really, really being a part and also bringing your skill sets and your knowledge to the table as well.
Yeah.
All of our subgroup leaders were once members and they are active investors right now. So this is not just education from a teacher, but this is education that has been put into action. So again, this is the AZREIA Show. Thank you so much. And we will see you guys on the next episode.
All right.
Thanks for listening to the AZREIA Show with your hosts, Marcus Maloney and Mike Delprete. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you found this information valuable, head over to AZREIA.org and learn more about our community.